Hello, today I'll be giving you a brief demo about the Nanfor platform, that how it works and how the users can facilitate themselves with it, and how the other functionalities within this can be used. Once you are logged in, you will be able to see the home page where you can see all the different labs available for you. So you can select your desired course from this area. You have two navigation spans, one here and other one is here. So I'm gonna select AZ104 in this scenario. Once the course is selected, you will be given all the information about the particular course, and I will be describing a few of them which are mostly used by the users to help them in this course. Now that I have selected AZ104, you can see all the information about it here. So I'm just going to select the first heading here, which is course outline. Course outline is going to provide you about different that how many modules are within this labs and what are the tasks within these modules individually. So this first AZ104 lab courses consist of 11 modules. So these are the 11 modules and these are the different tasks which will be covered within this lab. Next we see notices, which can be used for the students to give any notice, any kind of information about the lab. Then we have initial explanations, which can be recorded for the students to help them how the labs can work and how the functionalities are used and how the platform can be used. Now we have prerequisites. As the name suggests, if there are any prerequisites for AZ104, you will be able to see the information here and you can cover those topics prior to the lab. In training methodology, this is how the course runs and recommendations to be taken while training process for students and what are the processes to be followed before the lab and within the lab is being used. Next we go to the queries, which is the virtual advisor. Initially we have this is a virtual bot we are designing currently, and it is an ongoing process, and we continue to fill it up with the different kind of questions and frequently asked questions by the users to help them with the labs. Like in this case, I'm just going to ask a simple question: what is a virtual machine? Like if a student have a question about it, so he will be able to see the information instantly without the help of any instructor or resource if there is no one available. So he can ask this bot and can have the answers instantly. This is really helpful and can ask multiple questions obviously. Then we have this translator. This is basically an accessibility feature which are really helpful for the disabled persons and can be used by them. Moving along, we have the course forums. This is very important part for the students. They can find all the questions being asked previously by any student and raised by the student, and these questions are given the answers by the instructors, certified Microsoft instructors, that how these problems can be tackled and how can they solve the issue. So let's see your voucher expired. So these are the multiple different kind of questions being asked about AZ104. So this is the subject line for this question and this is the question that's been asked. So the instructor is assisting the student side by side, and the student, this is like a forum, so the student and instructors can communicate with each other and the other students can facilitate themselves with the if they come up with the same question and they know how to tackle with these kind of things. So there are multiple different queries being asked by the students and being answered by the instructors. So it is really helpful for students. It's like a goal mine for the students. They can come in here and see any questions being asked and search for it here. So next, moving along, we have Microsoft Learn. So we have integrated here. Once going to this link, the student will be redirected to MS Learn content and they will be able to see all the knowledge check and modules available about AZ104. Let's click on start here. So this completely describes about the AZ104 and different functionalities, and at the end they will be able to see the knowledge check in which they will be asked different kind of multiple questions to see how well they have done in the lab. So clicking on the start here, This is simple basic MS plan, and we have integrated it here. So they have to study all this material. Moving to the next unit, continue. So the next is the knowledge check at the end. So it consists of 3 questions which student can which the student have studied previously in the lab, and they can simply answer it by the knowledge they have found in the previous task and check their answers, that how well they have done in this test. So what do we have next here? We can skip the skill pipe as it is an old Microsoft page. So the extreme labs, this one. So okay, this is they were physically the students can practically work on it, and this is we have integrated extreme labs as official Microsoft lab hosters. So once we go to extreme labs, let's see. Okay, we have opened it already here. So once the student click on that link, they will be redirected here, which is extreme labs. And as we were talking about AZ104, we're just gonna simply click here. The students will be able to see the virtual machine and the instructions within those machine, and they can follow the lab practically and work on it and gain experience for becoming certified. So this is just gonna take a while, a couple of minutes, 2 or 3 minutes, and we will continue then. Just give me a second. This obviously gonna take a minute or two because the virtual machines are going to load up and the platform is going to work. So it's just normal, no problem here. Okay, so now you can see as the lab is launched, at the left hand navigation pane you will be able to see the lab instructions, and at the right this is a virtual machine. So we are just going to use the password as mentioned. So we're going to log in, and going to the next page the students can see the instructions and follow the instructions within this virtual machine to complete this lab. The first module consists of 6 pages and different instructions within this lab. So they can simply follow these instructions and perform it practically on the virtual machine. So this pretty much covers up all the basic information about this platform and how this can be used. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.